Hello, and welcome to the ProjectWise Administrator Advanced Accreditation course on Managed Workspaces. In this lesson, we will learn about preparation, that is, importing and upgrading folders to ProjectWise Workareas. In this lesson, we will look at how to import files into ProjectWise, verify all contents that were imported, and upgrading folders to work areas to allow for dynamic capabilities. Simply put, this lesson is about preparing for creating a managed workspace. As we will actually start working in a ProjectWise environment, it is recommended to always do your development in a test data source. If you don't, it's going to eventually affect your production. So, test in a separate location. The next thing we will do is import the files. But before we get to that, we need to create some folders to put those files into. So what we'll want to do is create in the root of the data source a projects folder. We'll also want to create a resources folder. And then in that resources folder, we will want to create a CAD resources folder. To import the files, we want to find the example redirection project that we created in the previous exercise. You'll find that in your C projects folder. With both ProjectWise Explorer open and Windows Explorer open, find the projects folder that you created. Also, simultaneously pull up the Windows folder, take the example redirection project, drag it into the projects folder, and be sure to select subdirectories. We now will see ProjectWise importing the files. This will take just a few minutes to do this, depending upon the number of files that you have. Next, let's similarly import the worksets folder. Include subdirectories. Next, we need to import the configuration folder into the CAD resources folder. You'll find that in C Program Data Bentley MicroStation Connect Edition. Just simply follow the same process that we did with the example redirection and worksets. The next topic we want to look at is importing files with ProjectWise Administrator. Sometimes the file import process gets interrupted, or you may simply want to compare an external folder structure with that which is in ProjectWise. And ProjectWise has a capability to do that within the Manage Workspace section of ProjectWise Administrator. It's called Import Files. We're going to look at that next. In ProjectWise Administrator, you can select Workspaces Managed Import Managed Configuration. Click Next, then that will give you an option to import to ProjectWise from File System. This then brings up a dialog box which allows you to select a Windows folder, then select a ProjectWise folder, then map the two together. You can then select Validate. This will then process the two and bring up a dialog box which shows the differences between the two locations. Let's then next run through an exercise of importing files. As an exercise, let's compare the Metro Station redirection project that we pulled in earlier. For the purpose of this exercise, let's delete the 3D model folder, and we're going to compare what's on our local drive with what's in ProjectWise. So let's delete that folder. We'll give that a second to delete the folders. Now let's go back to ProjectWise Administrator. We'll go to Managed, Import Managed Configuration. Give that a second to process. We'll then select Next. Select the Import Data to ProjectWise from File System. Select Next. We'll then need to browse on each side to the proper folders. So in ProjectWise, we'll select MetroStation Redirection. On our C drive, we'll select the project's MetroStation Redirection, then select Map. Once we've done this, we'll select Validate, which will actually perform the check. This will take a few minutes. We'll then see in the dialog box here, there are some red checkboxes. These indicate that the files have not been pulled in. So we can simply select the Resolve box, and it will then pull in those files that were not there before. Click Next, Continue, and then once we've finished with this, we can click the Cancel dialog box. As we go back into ProjectWise, we can click a refresh, and we will see those files are now back in ProjectWise. The last thing we want to do in this lesson is to upgrade the folders to WorkArea. You'll notice the difference in the folder icons on the left and the right. This is the difference between a ProjectWise folder and a WorkArea. To create the WorkArea, we just simply right-click on the folder and select Upgrade to WorkArea. There are a couple of simple prompts we'll follow. We'll select Next, then select Finish, and that's all we need to do for this exercise. So next, let's just follow through an actual demonstration of that. So I right-click on my MetroStation Redirection folder. I select Upgrade WorkArea, select Next, then select Finish, because I don't really need to select an environment or storage area for this particular exercise. Once that's done, we select OK. So in this lesson, you learned how to import a workspace into ProjectWise, compare ProjectWise folders with system folders, and how to upgrade a folder to a work area.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.